is a time of immense reverence and remembrance and miraculous unfoldings. And we have been talking so much about practices and healing and ways to feel safe in your body and to reconnect. And all of those are wonderful. And there's a reason that we're doing it. It's not to fix something or make something go away or even to make life better or easier. It is to reconnect, to remember, to restore, to reignite. Every time that we connect back into our body temple, back to Gaia, back to Source, we have an opportunity to connect to who we truly are. So every time we heal a part of our wounded inner child, or heal through a protective pattern, or remove trauma, heal trauma, remove a program, we take off a layer and a layer and a layer and a layer. And the entire goal is to get here, back inside, back into your true nature, to uncover all that has been put upon you, all that has been programmed or layered up in protection or armor, and to uncover it all to return to you. So when we're doing practices, when we're healing, we're not trying to fix anything or change anything. We are trying to reconnect. Because what we have been served out there is a massive distortion and a massive disconnection on purpose. And our job is to return here, to return here, to return here to Gaia. And at this time, it is a truly miraculous unfolding that I forget 20 times a day and then remember. And if I had my way right now, all I would do is sit around, sit in nature, sit in front of the fire, sit in front of a candle, sit and revel of the magnitude of what is happening at this time. And it is hard to do that when we're, being parents and doing laundry and doing dishes and needing to feed people and have obligations and all the things, especially right now in this busy holiday time. It is an act of absolute, truly amazingness to just stop and sit and remember. And you may or may not realize what is happening at this time. So, as always, we are unbelievably supported by the cosmos, by the whole planetary structure, by our bodies, and what is just remarkable and hard to even grasp with my human brain is that everything happening is happening all together, as above, so below. Within is without. The micro is the macro. So what is happening in the cosmos with 3i Atlas is the same thing that is happening in our body temples, the same thing that is happening with Gaia and the entire planetary structure. It is just off the charts remarkable and like brain exploding, magical, miraculous. So sit tight. I'm going to go through some of this, not in depthly, but I will post links to all the things if you care to dive deeper. But the point is, the reason that we're doing all of this is for this. The reason that we all came here, if you're watching this right now, it's because you came here for this. And I think we all came here for this. But perhaps there are some people who didn't, some souls that were just side character players. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But if you're watching this, you for sure came for this. You came for this time right now. December 19th of 2025 and December 21st of 2025. What is happening now is not even once in a lifetime. Once in a human existence? I don't even know. So we've got 3i Atlas, what they're calling a comet, but basically it's this massive wave of light coming in. It's been on a trajectory like for billions of years, going right like almost level with the Earth, our solar system pattern. Go watch Pam Gregory, she'll explain it. But what is so remarkable is if you watch the link below with Heather Ensworth and her discussion with this, I can't remember his name, but he's really amazing. He knows the traditions and is studied in the traditions and is of the lineage of the Mu traditions, which is just ancient Hawaiian teachings and Mu teachings. And what they talk about in this video is how at the origin of the earth plane, the origin of our existence as humans, which how many lifetimes ago did that happen? Who knows? That essentially the same thing came in. This, call it a comet, and went to, so this is in conjunction with the Mu legend, went to the planet Mars to receive the divine masculine frequency and like literal plasma from Mars, goes to Venus to receive the divine feminine light codes, plasma, all the things, goes to the sun, receives the light codes there, and then comes to Earth and plants that plasma and those divine light codes on the earth plane to literally create humans on Earth. Now, who knows if that's what actually happened? Maybe someday we'll know, maybe very soon we'll know, but that is the legend. What is happening now? 3i Atlas came to Mars, came to Venus, went to the sun, and on Friday, the 19th, it is coming at its closest point to the Earth. While it's doing that, at first, it was red, sacral root chakra. Then it was green, heart chakra. By the time it hits Friday, gold, crown, third eye. These are the three eyes. Womb, heart, crown, third eye. 3 eyes, 3i Atlas. Like, you cannot make this shit up. So the very same trajectory that it went the first time around, however many, I'm not even going to take a guess how many lifetimes, years ago that was. The very same trajectory is happening in the cosmos right now. Literally right now, in a matter of days, Friday the 19th, it will reach its closest point in the earth plane to deposit all of that massive light, to recode all of humanity. So many people are talking about this as a massive reset, a massive rebirth, a massive awakening. Now, at the same time, bear with me here. There's so many things happening. At the same time, within the actual planetary grid structure, there is a reignition, a return to source happening on the actual planetary structure, like the Earth grid herself, like Mama Gaia, Mother Nature, the actual planetary being of the Earth. The crystalline grid structure, ask someone who knows more than me. And once again, maybe we'll know how exactly this works soon. It is being reset and recoded and taken back to source origin via the breath net. And I will post more about that as well, so you can follow Sorakayan and the breath net. But essentially the structure of the actual literal structure of the Earth is doing the same thing on December 21st on the solstice. and within our bodies. So those of us who are planetary grid holders, source tone holders, sealed nodes, who are working with source and Sorakayan and the breath net and Mama Gaia and, all of the aligned beings that come together to form something this miraculous. Like, who knows how many light beings are involved. But we have also been threading our actual physical bodies. So our sacrum, our spines, and the actual way we breathe. And essentially, the way that Sorakayan explains it is a restructuring of breath back to source origin, back to the way that it was supposed to be, which is a spiral breath instead of just like a flat, lifeless breath in, out, just an actual spiral. So we have been rethreaded physically, like my physical system has been rethreaded. And that was an interesting process. So in addition, we've got, you can follow David Clements and he'll talk about all the galactic support, like the galactics pumping source energy into our whole solar system. So many beings of light from inside the earth, outside the earth, literally. I mean, it's just, this sounds insane, or it sounds like the craziest movie, or it sounds like the most magical fairy tale from when we were kids. Whatever way you cut it, it's amazing. It is a once in an absolute human existence. So this all happens. 3i Atlas hits on the 19th. 2 days later, on the 21st, is the winter solstice. That is what Sorakayan is calling the planetary kernel reset. It's what some people are calling the Great Awakening, the birth of the new earth, the absolute rebirth. We will physically be in a different energetic structure. It is a return to source origin. Now, that may feel like nothing, or it may feel absolutely amazing, or it may feel absolutely it may provide a lot of dissonance. Like if you're really attached to the system and in the system and the simulation grid, the matrix, it may feel really destabilizing. Or it may feel like, oh my God, finally. Or it may feel like a normal day, but it is not a normal day. 12/21/25, not a normal day. And I would call 12/21/25 the most important day in history. I will mark that now. And when we look back in 2 months, 2 years, 2 decades, 200 years, I believe it will be what we look back to see as the most pivotal, important time in our history. This is when everything reignites, restores, reconnects. It is when we have the opportunity to absolutely, fundamentally return to source, return to the breath, return to the earth, return to who we truly are. Now, that might look over the next year or two pretty messy out there. So what you want to be doing is getting real clear in here. That's why we've been doing all these practices, finding safety in your body, learning your protectors and your armor and what needs to be healed, turning in instead of out. That's why we're doing all of this. Literally, this is why. It's not to fix anything. It's not to make anything go away. It is so that you can return to your true source being, so that you can hear what is real instead of the absolute mayhem and shit show that is going on out there. So it might get really ugly out there over the next 1 to 2, 3 years. And if your life feels real ugly, it is simply a shakedown of everything that is not a match. So pay attention. Let it be happening for you. And let me reframe that a little bit. There are a lot of people making their transition, so it's not like those people are not a match. I had a dear soul lose her son. He made his transition recently, and of course that is not because he was not aligned. That happens for other reasons that it's hard for our human brains and hearts to understand, but it is always happening for us. That's always a choice made to help provide light, to provide healing, to provide expansion, to break open. So the blessing is in the breaking. Let whatever's happening in your life break you open. The wound is where the light gets in. That's my favorite Rumi quote. Let whatever is happening break you open. Let whatever's going go. Surrender and just pray for the absolute highest divine expansion. Pray to be available for the light. Let yourself receive and be in stillness. Do the practices to reconnect. Don't do them to just do them. Remember the magnitude and the reverence and the absolute just mind-boggling magic and miracles that is available at this time. And who knows what will be possible after this week, this month, this year, this decade. We are at a massive, massive switch point. If it doesn't feel like that, use it. Let it happen for you. If it does, celebrate it. Either way, know that everything's happening exactly as it's meant to. Everything is being restored. Whatever's falling away is meant to. Whatever's crumbling out there, let it crumble. It is built on distortion and distraction. Your focus and your attention is your primary currency. Spend it well. Spend it sitting with the people that you love, honoring this beautiful, beautiful planet, Mama Gaia, that we live on. I'll say planet like this, Earth plane. Who knows what we're on? Maybe we'll find out soon. I don't actually think it's a planet. Oh, gosh. Hold your loved ones close. Hold yourself closer. Be in stillness. Be in the light. Understand that what is happening now will forever live in time as the time that changed everything. And remember it. Be available for it. While you're doing your laundry, while you're doing your dishes, while you're shoveling your kids here to there, stop and remember. Help them remember. Tell them you're going to remember this. And maybe they won't realize what's happening for another 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years, but I guarantee we will look back. And this will be the time that changed everything. It is the return of the true divine feminine who has been squashed on purpose, who has been erased from history, his story, on purpose. It is a return of the sacred union, both in our relationships and internally with our internal divine masculine and divine feminine. It is the return of the true source origin who has been buried for, I won't even try to guess what actual, human years that is. It is the collapse of time. It is truly, extraordinarily miraculous. And I don't really think we can possibly understand it with our sweet brains. But be in reverence, be in peace, be in stillness, be in celebration. Receive the light. And know that it is all happening for you. So many blessings. Mwah.